Hello there. May I just make one statement? I apologise for the lack of videos recently. I started 2 jobs, yes. It's 2 more jobs. I don't do things by halves. Most people start 1 job. I start 2 in one go. I'm that good. I am, aren't I? Everybody? Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, so less said about that the better. Now, let's move on to a look at the Transformer, shall we? Now, this one I had high expectations and hopes for. Let's just have a look at it. Reveal the Shield Jazz, isn't it? Okay, so there we go. Now, as you may or may not know, I'm a big fan of Transformer Jazz in general, as a toy, not a character. The character is bland. He could have been better developed, but he wasn't. It's a real shame, actually. Scatman Carruthers did originally voice him, and yeah, he did a really good job. But, you know, he really was more of a background character than anything, and it got worse and worse. Season 1, he's there. Season 2, you know, introducing new ones because they want to promote sales of toys, so the original characters have to take a back foot. And then, obviously, Season 3, Scatman Carruthers, unfortunately, has passed away, so he never even speaks, and yet he's down to background yet again. Comics, really well-developed character, but I don't really want to go down Jazz as a character. I really want to concentrate on the toy of this, and the Reveal the Shield concept, which I have to get off my chest at the moment, straight away. Really pisses me off. Reveal the Shield. Okay, what is Reveal the Shield? Yes, I know what it is. It's a rub sign. The rub sign initiated, I think, which really what separated Transformers from GoBots primarily, other than the fact they had characters, because you rubbed the sign and it indicated it was allegiance, i.e. Autobot or Decepticon. There is nothing new here, okay? So this is a thing that really frustrates me. It's introduced as a new concept. Balls. Bullshit. It is not a new concept. It's a rub sign, for God's sake. It's like me coming towards you now saying, guess what I've just invented? Guess what? Do you want to know what I've just discovered? You want to know? No, what? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Leave me alone, Sid. Okay, guess what I've just discovered? It's something it's called the wheel. You know, you attach it to said vehicle or said inanimate object, and they roll, they go round. It's a circular object. It's called a wheel, and it enables you to roll. Excellent. Well, you know what else I'm going to develop today? You know what else? Yeah? No, what else? What else? Shut up. Okay, it's called sliced bread. You know the other bread you buy? Not sliced? Well, I've developed something now where you buy the loaf of bread and it's pre-sliced. So that's essentially why this really pisses me off. It is nothing new. Do not sell it as a new concept. It's just a rub sign. Okay, that's fine now. Let's move on to the toy itself. Now, obviously my initial irritation with Reveal the Shield crap will brush aside. Forget he has that. It's not a gimmick, okay? It's just something that all Transformers used to have. Right. Hasbro, never mind. So here we are. Reveal the Shield Jazz. Now, when I picked this guy up, I was really pleased. His alt mode, vehicle mode, is kind of small, so I expected Jazz not to be that tall. And when he transforms, he actually really does grow in size. I was really impressed by the transformation of this toy. And I'm not impressed usually that often, but generally speaking, I'm really impressed by the size of it, considering how small the vehicle mode is. Now, he has a few problems, i.e. the plastic on him is rotten. It's rotten plastic, and the paintwork is rotten. I didn't know really else what was going on that one. So the paint on it is poor, and the plastic almost feels transparent in times, especially around the doors and around the bonnet here. It's just really bad. But there's a small attention to detail which I'm quite impressed by. Let's point these out slowly for you because I know I'm impressed by it, even if you're not. The fact is the wheels sit horizontal either side of his shoulders. Now, a lot of Jazz toys recently, they sat behind, a bit like Prowl or other vehicles. Jazz, for some reason, had a slight different transformation with the others, and when you pop up his arm through where the bonnet is, the wheels always sat horizontal on the top, and they've kept that, and I'm really pleased with that. Secondly, the doors swing out quite nicely, like should do with Jazz. It's a shame they couldn't fold back the glass here, but there's a gimmick here, and I'll show you in a minute, but you probably know what it is because I'm really late on doing this review. I'm pleased they've got transparent windows, which is nice. I don't want to talk about the colour because he's white. Jazz should be white, and now he's white, and that's fine. I like the way they've done the original bits here with the grill effect there onto the feet, just like the original one, which is great. A bit of chrome work would be nice here, but I'm willing to bet there'll be a Japanese alternative or variant, and it will have a bit of chrome and stuff, and that will just finish off the toy that much. The biggest flaws with the toy, I've got to say, is the fact is where he attaches here, there's his body, so you hit down here. There's no clip. It pushes down and stops. What is stopping it now? Stop it. There he goes, arm. Okay, here, That's it. There is no clip. There's nothing to hold it, so he can just talk like a bit like me. Look, now if I put his arms like, look, just like, hello, my name is Jazz. See? That just wobbles around. So I know I'm splitting hairs on it, but it does. I do find that niggling. There should have been a little clip there just to hold it in situ, but no, it doesn't get that. So unfortunate. Secondly, the thing that annoys me is his gun. It goes up and down. It's just a horrible excuse for a gun. It bears no relevance to his original gun, and it's black, and it's not even grey, and I just really can't stand it. On the plus side, it does attach to the bonnet when he's in vehicle mode, so it attaches underneath like a valance. It's a good idea, but it's a shame the gun is crap. And the detail, the lack of detail, should I say, on said rear of the car. Now, what I've done, which is probably ruined, I should have done a look at this toy before I did it, but never mind, it doesn't matter now, I've done it, is I applied some detail. You see the light there? I added in the light, I added in a bit of silver there, and I painted in the exhaust. You see that? Now, imagine that was white, that was white, and that was white. No detail at all. And I haven't even painted or given you any stickers for said rear window, which I'll eventually get around to painting in. So that's disappointing. It really is. And another thing that really disappointed me is the grille. The grille was not black. It was just white. All that there was white. I painted it after. So now we have a proper grille. But imagine that. All white. Nothing there. It's not all white. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. It should have been done like I've done, but they didn't. So that's a niggling thing for me. Other than that, it's okay. It's a good, solid toy. Vehicle mode's alright. I would have liked a bit of detail on the wheels though. Look, you see, they're just black, you know. But bearing in mind, I've just invented the wheel. I suppose I should have done a bit better, but I didn't have the time. So, little bit there. But those are niggling things. Overall, the toy is great. And the head moulding is probably the best thing about it. Let me just bring that up close. The head moulding is perfect. I can't fault it on anything. That Jazz head is spot on. Every angle you look at it, it's brilliant, actually. It's the best head moulding I think I've probably ever seen. And I'm not just saying that, I genuinely believe this is probably one of the best head mouldings ever. It's that good. It's brilliant. And it's the reason for having this toy. Now, I mentioned a little gimmick earlier, didn't I? Well, you hold these bits of window up and you get the speakers like he did. Now, I do recall that the speakers used to come out of his hips, I think. But they may have come off the doors at one point because there was no consistency in the original cartoon. So they may well have come off the doors sometime and come off the hips another, and sometimes just come out of his arse. I really don't know. So, yeah, that's a little gimmick, which is quite nice. Other than that, it's a pretty solid Transformer, and I really quite like it. Other than obvious its faults, it's a good Transformer toy, and I recommend everybody getting it. Even if you're not a fan of Jazz, it's quite nice. Now, there's been some small Reveal the Shield Transformers, and I picked a few of these guys up. I just thought I'd just show them to you. There's a Prowl one, which is a very similar transformation with Jazz. Unfortunately, yet again, the doors are stuck. Now, just, you know, just a little bit of extra there, just so they could move around. Would have been nice, but I can understand limitations. All in all, the Prowl one's not bad. We've got a starscream one, which is just weird. Look. I appreciate limitations yet again, but you know, really he is a bit spoony, and his legs sort of like go like that, and he really looks daft. And his head is pretty crap. He's stuck on his back, and he hasn't really got any real hands. And I suppose out of all of them, he's quite disappointing. It had to be Starscream one, didn't it? I was high hopes for that, and it's not good. The Megatron one is not bad, actually. I mean, apart from the big orange thing on the side there. Look, looks like it's a tube of toothpaste on the side of his arm. I don't really know what to say about that. It's a nice bit of silver. He goes into an okay sort of gun, and you know, it's Megatron, so you're going to want to have him, aren't you? You know, to complete the set. And at least he can run, you know, like that. Now, that's a good pose. Let's pose. Let's do a bit of posing. Ha, yeah. I don't know where that come from. Excuse me, alright? But yeah, the Megatron one, not bad. We've got the Prime one, which I've done a few personal bits of painting here just to bring it up spec, and I'll show you what I've done. Prime one is quite nice. Now, I painted him because he had red hands, so now he has blue hands, like he should do. And I painted in the silver because that was red, so that looks right now. And a little bit more silver there just to balance it off a bit. All in all, after the paint job, much better. See, you can do with a little bit of paint in a little bit of a steady hand, actually, because it's tiny to paint. Look, I even put a bit of silver on there. I don't know why, but I think it looks good. And I had a lot of silver paint left because I didn't really need that much. But there we go. So that's just a quick look at some Transformers and Reveal the Shield ones. I've got the tracks as well. If you really want, I suppose you could have a look at him, but You can go on YouTube, everybody's probably reviewed them now. I said I'm really late on this because I've started 2 jobs and it takes up a lot of time, but I have some interesting reviews being done at the moment. Well, I've started to make them, and I expect or hope by sometime next week to get some of them up, if that's okay. And if it's not okay, tough, because there's nothing I can do about it. So, there you go. So, alright, just a quick look at a few Transformers. Hope that was okay, and I apologise for the lack of videos. And I'm upload. I was messing around on the guitar trying to play a Puddle of Mud song for those that you're interested. I'll probably upload that at the same time as this video. So, if you want to watch that, by all means. And if you want me to just piss off, I can do that too. So, take care, guys, and see you lot out there.